And I want people, once we play the soundbite, I want people to kind of marinate on this. 888-957-9570 is the phone number. That's also the Xfinity mobile text line. 888-957-9570. Yesterday, we were discussing whether or not you can win a Super Bowl this year with a non-top 5 quarterback. Could this be the year where you don't need a top 5 quarterback to win the Super Bowl? The way it's shaping out through 2 weeks, I believe you can win a Super Bowl without a top 5 quarterback this season. It's an exception to the rule. But Peter King on Willard Dibs yesterday was asked if Purdy was a top 10 quarterback. This was a very interesting answer from Peter King. Check it out.
Here's the way I look at Brock Purdy. However many starts he's had, I don't know. I mean, I think sometimes, we want to say that a guy is X, Y, and Z, and we've made this judgment, and he is this. I just don't think he's played enough yet. I don't think he's played enough yet for me to say that he's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. All I know is that if I have to win a game right now, today, this week, he would be among the top 10 quarterbacks I would pick to win a game.
Wow. That's exactly how I feel right now.
Wow.
You don't?
Not a top 10 quarterback, but he'd be one of 10 quarterbacks that he picked to win a game. 888-957.
I 100% agree.
Who disagrees with Peter King?
Well, so it's funny that you bring that quote up because you were talking about not winning with, a top 5 quarterback.
Yep.
Yahoo ranked all these quarterbacks, okay? And the way that they kind of like clump them together, this is how they put it. The inner circle of trust, and there's a handful of quarterbacks there. The outer circle of trust, okay? The circle of maybe, and so on and so on. So the highest order was the circle of trust. Brock was in there, and I agree with it. He was in there with Mahomes.
So
now, no one's saying he is Mahomes.
Right.
We're talking about, do you trust him to win you a big-time game? How could you not? I mean, Bonte, he's been lights out.
Mahomes, Tua, was
okay,
Jared Goff.
But I'm glad you say Tua. Brock has won big-time playoff games.
Yes.
Tua hasn't had the chance to.
No, he has. Justin Herbert, was he in that circle of trust?
No.
Josh Allen.
Here, let me give it to you right here.
Give it to me.
Here is your inner circle of trust, as in like winning a game this weekend, for example.
Right.
Mahomes, Brock Purdy, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson.
Wow.
Whoa. With Tua Tagovailoa at the top of it.
I don't disagree with Peter King. Purdy would be one of the 10 quarterbacks I trust to win a football game for me.
I think I would lump him in with those guys, those 6 guys that I referenced there.
I don't trust Derek Carr. I don't trust Mac Jones.
Nope.
I don't trust C.J. Stroud. I don't trust Justin Fields.
Daniel Jones, who they're facing tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't trust him.
No, me neither. How about Dak?
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
I think we're too harsh on Dak.
I trust Dak, but you gotta limit the pass attempts. You can't have him throwing the ball 40 times a game.
Do you trust Purdy more? Today I do. It could change 6 weeks from now. I'm
That's
able.
crazy. Think about what you're saying.
I know. This guy's making $40 million.
Do you trust Purdy more than Dak?
And I don't think that's a disrespect to Dak.
No,
I think it's an elevation of what Brock's shown.
Right.
I trust him more than Geno. I watched him beat Geno. He's earned it.
Twice. He beat Geno twice.
I know, but I'm saying like in a playoff game, like dismantled him.
Or
that team.
And I don't even like saying he beat Geno because Geno has to go up against Bosa and Fred Warner.
No doubt. And Geno would look better here, but I think Brock, his decision-making and his taking care of the ball has been better than Geno.
No, it has. It has. In those traits that I talked about. Last week I said, boy, he reminds me of a young Brady. I'm not comparing him to Brady.
No, but
there's some of the traits.
Yes.
Pocket presence, poise, moxie, improv, doing a little bit of everything. Now, he's got to hit the deep ball. I think that'll happen.
I agree.
That's the last thing to kind of come together for a young quarterback is getting that deep ball down the field and getting that touch and mastering that deep ball. He's got to work on that. But we've seen him hit deep balls. Let's not act like he hasn't hit a deep ball before.
I mean,
that's the rhetoric that I saw at the SoFi Stadium. And I'm like, no. He hit some deep balls against Tampa Bay. Hit some deep balls against Washington. Threw the ball down the field. He hit some deep balls against Seattle. Like, let's stop it.
One of my favorite plays was the play he threw to McCaffrey, who toe-tapped it near the end zone. I mean, that was a bomb.
No doubt.
in the Tampa Bay game, I believe.
Right. So Purdy may not be a top 10 quarterback, but he's a top 10 quarterback. How much do you trust Brock Purdy, 49er fans? 888-957-9570, because tomorrow could be a little interesting. If Brandon Ayuk doesn't play, because Purdy has built a great rapport with Ayuk. Mm-hmm. They're in synergy, man. They're in lockstep. They're making things happen. Sweet music. Ronnie Bell may have to step up. May have to be Jawan Jennings. May have to be Ray McLeod.
Maybe Kittle.
I'm interested to see, because last year what doesn't get talked about for a big 3-game stretch, the Niners didn't have Deebo Samuel. Didn't have him down in Las Vegas. He got hurt midway through the Tampa game. Didn't have him in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Didn't have him against the Commanders. And all Brock Purdy did was help the Niners win those games. They didn't skip a beat. They scored 37 against the Raiders. They scored 37 against the Commanders. That was without Deebo Samuel. But if you take Ayuk away, that is your best route runner on this football team, no doubt. Your best route runner. What does it look like without Brandon Ayuk? Because obviously a lot more attention will probably be focused on George Kittle, knowing that Ayuk's out of that football game.
There's no doubt. And George Kittle has historically played really well in Thursday night games. Now, it's a small sample. We're not talking about a lot of games. It's not like 20 games. It's a couple of games. But he has played really well in those. This does feel like one of those matchups. Who's the linebacker that's going to stay with him?
Yeah, I don't like their linebackers.
I mean, I know that Isaiah Simmons was essentially drafted by Arizona to be a Kittle stopper. He's more of a on the outside edge rushing player as opposed to a cover player right now. And he's not the safety that he was at Clemson.
And I think they used him wrong in Arizona. Vance Joseph, who's now the defensive coordinator in Denver, was the defensive coordinator in Arizona. I don't think he knew what to do with Simmons. Vance Joseph is not a good defensive coordinator.
No,
that's why I got Miami rolling against the Denver Broncos this Sunday. Vance Joseph is on borrowed time. Like, he was like this head coaching candidate, got the head coaching job, did not work out. I don't think highly of his defense. We watched Hard Knocks last year in Arizona in season. I'm like, this is your defensive coordinator? But anyway, we'll see how Wink Martindale uses Isaiah Simmons. But I'm looking at their linebackers right now.
What a name.
Ojulari.
Wink Martindale.
I do like